Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So this video we'll be talking about Jason Whitlock, who actually said, why are black people not protesting Jewish reparations like you do African American reparations? And I am going to ask, what concerns black people with Jewish reparations? Did they not get their reparations? Did they even have to ask several times before they got their reparations? And the reparation the reparation they actually got for the Holocaust, is it the one that did not actually happen in American soil? That they got reparations, and some other people also got reparations. And I am asking, why is it hard? Why are they finding it hard to pay black people their reparations? Because this reparation is long overdue. As it stands, we are not supposed to be talking about reparations because, I mean, this is something that should be paid without people having to talk about it. Not just only when it is election and all that they come up to talk about it halfway and then forget about it. I remember that New York actually talked about something like, that they are going to secure about 183 million in compensation to Holocaust victims and their heirs. And I am asking, why are they still getting reparations and all that, and none has been paid to people that look like me? Or are they also waiting for us? Because they are asking why we are not protesting for Jewish reparations. What concerns black people with Jewish reparations? You know what? Let's get into this.
New York has secured $183 million in compensation for Holocaust victims and their heirs. Not just the victims themselves, because people tell us you were never a slave. The victims and their heirs. The New York has gotten money for the victims of the Holocaust and their heirs. Right? $183 million. Why are you, Mr. Whitlock, not protesting that? Because you said you don't agree with reparations, and it creates a. Have you told that to your Jewish brothers and sisters? I agree that the Jewish community should chase their money down. Go get it. Mr. Whitlock, have you protested that? Have you ever gone on and said Holocaust survivors and their heirs need to get the money back because it breeds entitlement? I'm just wondering why everybody's so anti-ADOS. Is it the case that maybe you're just racist? Maybe you're a racist man who hates black people, ADOS people. Maybe that's who you are, because it does not make any sense if you hate reparations. And I never hear none of y'all who hate reparations. The idea of reparations is gonna make us lazy. Somehow money and wealth only makes us lazy. Everybody else can go get money and wealth all day long, but for us it's gonna make the Negroes lazy. They don't need no money. Why is money only a bad thing? Why is it only when we're older debt it's gonna make us lazy? You can always find some little step and fetch it to come out. Well, y'all don't need no money. It's just gonna make y'all lazy. Y'all don't need no money. Negroes don't need no money. They're just gonna lay in bed all day. Wait a minute. How come you don't say that to other groups when they go get their reparations? Reparations is a tried and true way to do redress. And it's not our fault that we didn't get it when it was old, because y'all just wouldn't give it. We asked for it. You said you would and you didn't. Even with Tulsa, we got people who are still alive from the Tulsa massacre and you won't get them anything. I don't hear you, Jason Whitlock, saying, well, they really want here get them. You ain't saying nothing. Why y'all so quiet when other people get? Let me tell you something. Holocaust survivors are getting $1.4 billion in 2024. So, Mr. Whitlock, if this is how you feel about reparations, if you feel that reparations make people lazy and it make them not want to do nothing and it creates a sense of entitlement, if you believe that people are not going to do anything because they're old, how come you won't get on TV? I want you to get on TV, Mr. Whitlock, if you're not a spineless, cowardly man, if you're not a spineless racist. I want you to get on TV and say, no, I don't think Germany should do it. I don't think New York should do it. As a matter of fact, Mr. Whitlock, I want you to take a protest sign down to New York, and then maybe, if you are consistent on this issue, we will take you seriously. If you are consistent on this issue, right? Maybe we will take you seriously. But from what I see, you don't say this to everybody. These are the questions you have to ask people, because this has happened in this country and other countries. Like New York is chasing down money, and the Holocaust didn't happen in this country, right? We have in this country, though, we have also had Japanese reparations, right? We have had Japanese reparations in this country, and I don't hear Mr. Whitlock shaking his little fist at the air talking about we shouldn't have did that. Oh, but they will pay y'all. They will pay y'all to get on TV and do stuff that harms the people. And at this point, I don't know if you stupid or if you think I'm stupid. I don't know whether you stupid or you just think I'm stupid enough to be like, yeah, you right. We don't need no money. Last thing we need is some money. What? Last thing we need is some wealth. Well, we don't have any, and we don't have any because of everything that happened from housing discrimination with redlining and sharecropping, and we were used as a commodity by white folk to create wealth, and we were not allowed to create our own wealth. And then they stole land from us, and we didn't farm land. They stole that. They just plundered us, and we're not supposed to get that back because some little random and some little fat faced man on TV say what? Who are you? Who are you to say anything about anything? Like, why would that have meaning? He's just projecting the white folk. You know what? I agree with you, sir. Boss man. Boss man, I agree with you, boss man. I'm right with you. I don't think they should get something, boss man, as long as you give me something. As long as you give me a check, boss man, I will absolutely talk against everything you want me to talk against, boss man, because they don't need no money. But I need some money, boss man. Pay me. See, some of these people, as long as they get their individual reparations, they don't care about they don't care about anything that happened. They don't care about the lynchings. I put this up the other day. They don't care about all the lynchings in this country. They don't care about that. They don't care about that we had to leave our homes and our properties and escape to different parts of America because we were getting murdered. No, he don't care about that. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about his own people. He ought to be ashamed. His mama ought to be ashamed of him. Like your parents ought to be ashamed and disgusted. Well, who is your daddy? Like, who are these people that raised you to get on TV and talk about what we shouldn't have? Who are these people? Who are your people? Used to be a time you could say, who is your mama? Who is your daddy? Right? Racial terror lynches. All of a sudden, none of this stuff matters no more, right? All of a sudden, none of the stuff that happened to us matters. We just got to get out. Well, wait a minute. You don't tell. Nobody told the Japanese. Nobody told the Jewish community. Nobody. And I don't think they should have. I think they were all old. But how come all of a sudden with us, we just got to go without wealth? And we got to listen to this person. He shouldn't be able to go anywhere where Negroes shop without somebody shouting him down. We let people get away with way too much stuff. They get to move around and live life and be happy and don't nobody say. And I'm not talking about doing anything violent, but you shouldn't be able to walk around like that. You couldn't walk around as a member of certain communities saying stuff against that community. I ain't serving you in this restaurant. Go somewhere else. Go let Massa feed you. Ain't that who feeds you all the time?
I'm gonna try to do this in 2 minutes and 20 seconds so I don't have to do two parts. Somehow, the governor of New York found $183 million to give to the victims and beneficiaries of Holocaust victims. This is your reminder that the Holocaust did not occur on American soil. However, they found $183 million to give to the victims and the beneficiaries. Walk with me through history for a moment. On Juneteenth of 2019, the House Judiciary Committee held a hearing on slavery and reparations. See that man right there? That is Mike Johnson from Louisiana. He was a House Congress representative. Do you know he is now the seated Speaker of the House who holds the power of the purse in this country? This man fought tooth and nail against the case for reparations in 2019. It is on video. The hearing is 3 hours and 19 minutes long. Watch it, because he and people like Candace Owens were fighting tooth and nail to say that black people do not deserve reparations because it is unconstitutional, even citing his adopted black son as a reason for it. Now back to the governor and what they did in New York. They, meaning the Department of Financial Services, Holocaust Claims Processing Office. They have a whole office for Holocaust claims. They assist Holocaust victims with their heirs recover stolen assets, and they have helped secure and return over $183 million in compensations to victims and their heirs for bank, insurance, and other material losses. Additionally, through the initiative, the Department of Financial Services has facilitated settlements involving over 250 cultural objects since its inception in 1997. They have been doing this since 1997. Again, the Holocaust did not occur here. However, since 1997, they have put this initiative together and as a collective have found $183 million. which means they structurally put something together to ensure that they can be compensated for a loss that occurred in another country that did not occur in ours to get reparations. At what point will y'all stop playing in our faces? Because this is ridiculous.
Most people already know that the German government pays Jewish people reparations for World War II and the Holocaust. But did you know that they pay in many different ways? They pay any Jewish person that had a business during World War II that was destroyed. They pay them to this day. And they have no time limit on when they plan on stopping. To this day, the government pays for it. Just think about that. One of the biggest conservative arguments against reparations for African Americans is who's going to pay for it? Well, I think Germany has proven that the government pays for it. Since it was the government that sanctioned and allowed some things to happen, they feel the responsibility for paying for it. Yeah, but it's the people that pay for the government in taxes. That's who's paying for it. Then it just comes down to the people. That's what their argument usually is. But here's the thing. We pay taxes no matter what. All it would be is simply a reallocation of that tax money that we already pay. It wouldn't go up at all.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and trust me, this reparation of a thing, it's just, I don't know, but I want to ask this. Why is it that every other person that was supposed to get reparations, like other people that were supposed to get, the Jewish and the Japanese and all that, they all got their reparations without a lot of noise and the rest of it? Why is it that it's only Black reparations that is causing them a lot of pains or causing them a lot of trouble? And the fact that Jewish Holocaust did not happen in American soil, but slavery and all that all happened in American soil. But to this very moment, they are still arguing, why do we need to pay you all reparations? Why do we have to do it? I mean, were you the descendant of slavery or were you not? Because that is it, the lynch and chain that all happened, the Jim Crow, the redlining, so many of it, the burns, the communities that were on Rosewood, Tulsa, and the rest of them. Which one are we going to talk and which one are we going to leave? So why is it that each time Black people decided to, like, when there is, when they talk about preparations, they get so mad? And I remember coming across a video where they asked an Asian woman about reparation. Does she think that Black people should get reparations and all that? She said, why do we have to pay them reparations? Or if you're paying the money, will every other person get the money too? I mean, like, you know, then she went further to say that there is a whole lot that needed to be fixed rather than paying them reparations and all that. And I looked at her and I smiled. Really, a lot of people really need to educate themselves. And some people think reparation is just only for slavery. It's beyond slavery. And if some people really do not see reason why there is need to pay reparations, you are also part of the problem. Because a lot has happened to Black people and still happening to Black people till this very moment. And this reparation has been long overdue and should be paid. And why is it really so hard? And it looks like each time election is coming up and all that, I mean, that is when you get to hear about reparations and the rest of it. Why is it taking so long? Why are they, why is it really, I mean, this is not something Black people really need to remind. This is something they know that they owe. Because to this very moment, they are still enjoying, benefiting from everything that I mean, their ancestors were able to get during that time. To this very moment, they are still enjoying it. And then each time you ask them and they are like, why do I have to give you money from my own money? Or why do I have to be the one to pay for the things that my ancestors did? Because you all refuse to pay. If they had paid this money a long time ago, I am sure by now we wouldn't be talking about it. But for the fact that they refuse to pay it, and it was lingered till they paid, and the time is now. There is no need waiting for tomorrow or next tomorrow. Black people deserve their reparations, and that should be paid in full. Or if they decided that the money is something they can't cough out, there are so many landed property that you ought to give them back their lands too, because their land are things that were taken from them that you all refuse to return to this very moment. Give them their money, give them their lands, and stop them also from paying taxes. I mean, that's all I have to say. Let me know what you all think. If there is anything you want to contribute to this in the comment section. Bye for now.